Hello and welcome back to the MC Championship video. I can't believe this break has already lasted 2 whole months, but we finally have our first official snapshot from the team behind the event to give us insight into what is to come for MCC this year. And thankfully, this gives us a lot to talk about regarding this rather obscure teaser, so let's talk about it. But before we begin, remember that only a small percentage of the people who watch my videos are actually subscribed. But unlike most subscription services in other places, subscribing here is free and you can always change your mind later at any time, so feel free to hit the red button. Alright, it is time to unveil the sneak peek that a Noxcrew admin has provided us with. A reminder that Noxcrew are the team behind MCC. The teaser was shared in a Reddit post on the official MCC Championship subreddit by Isaac Wilkins, who you may know as the man who created the incredible MCC music we probably listen to way too much now, among other things of course. Well, here's the screenshot, it's on screen right now. The post has the title of the letters MCB followed by 3 exclamation marks. Now before you dive into the image and analyze it in depth, you may have noticed that the post was from over a week ago as of uploading this video. I deliberately did this slightly late so that I could gather more opinions from other members of the community. The post has proven to be quite popular with a whopping 1.3k upvotes and 124 comments from just the first 7 days in the subreddit. Okay, let's have a look now at the main highlight, the star of the show, the teaser that you have been waiting months for now. Here it is on screen again, but zoomed in so that it's just the image and not the entire post. By the way, the link to the post can be found in the description of this video. Alright, so the first thing that comes to mind when we see this image is bees, the cute mob that was added in the 1.15 Buzzy Bees update in 2019. We can see a total of 11 bees and they are surrounded by some sort of orange and brown structure with honey blocks. I have 2 theories as to what this structure could be. The first one is the most obvious place for a bee to live, a beehive. We can clearly see holes in the structure which sort of resemble a hexagonal shape. You can kind of make out the 6 sides in each of the 3 main holes, and the one at the very top. These hexagonally shaped holes are also typically found on most real life beehives, and they are all over the beehive. So that's one potential theory as to what this is. The other theory is that this is some sort of bee hotel, but note that bee hotels have holes which are circular rather than 6 sides. Now both theories are absolutely valid. However, I am leaning towards the first option because there are large lumps of honey blocks directly above the holes in the image, leading me to believe that the building is most likely a beehive. Another small thing worth bringing up is the fact that this structure, whatever you'd like to call it for now, is supported by a large tree which you can see around the sides of the hive. That's basically all there is to unpack about the image, but there are a couple of other minor points such as the slime blocks and what's inside the holes, but we will get onto that now because we have to start hypothesizing where this beehive fits into MCC. In other words, which game will it be a part of? It's not going to be a small section of the hub, for example, because otherwise it would seem pointless to even tease this in the first place. Therefore, this map has importance when it's introduced sometime this year in 2022. The question now is, which game? Well, it's most likely a movement-based game and not a PvP one. It could perhaps be a section of some new survival games map, as a few people have already suggested, but it's probably not for SG, and I think that is because of those green slime blocks that you can see, which seem to lead to the holes in the beehive. Hence, I'm 100% confident that this is for either Ace Race or to get to the other side and whack a fan. Now, I am starting to think that this could be just a small section of the next Ace Race map. After all, it was teased last year that there would be a new map added to the rotation of Ace Race maps alongside Clouds, Python Script, and Space Race. Indeed, we have already seen the use of slime blocks before in this game, particularly in Space Race. However, with this beehive image, I must admit that the jump from the slime to one of the holes in the hive looks difficult. Perhaps it's possible to reach the middle hole, but notice there are a couple of slime blocks poking out in the bottom left of the image, beneath the large gathering of bees. This is perhaps a safety net for participants. In case they fall, they can still use the slime to get back up. But then how do players go about climbing the 2-block high layers within the tunnels? Until now, we've made the assumption that the layout goes from right to left, but what if it was the other way around? What if instead of using the slime to get to the beehive, players had to jump from the beehive to the slime? This would make way more sense in my opinion, because if you look at the leftmost tunnel, there does not seem to be a way up to the next crater and so on, although there is an easy jump located in the middle tunnel. Everything I just said right now could also apply to a new map on To Get to the Side and Whack a Fan. Since this is a very enclosed layout rather than an open one, it's hard to fully determine whether this new map is too long to be a To Get to the Other Side map, but it still remains a possibility. Just remember that Ace Race features Elytra, so traveling through and around the beehive would be much easier than running as you do in To Get to the Other Side. Yet it is most certainly not a new parkour tag map. Image aside, parkour tag hasn't been played in the last 3 canon events, and the latest Plaza map has only been played in the non-canon All-Stars event, so it wouldn't make much sense for the Noxcrew to go ahead and make a new map when Plaza can still be used for the time being while still remaining fresh. But here is where it gets really interesting. This image that we have could be for a currently inactive MCC game. The main options in this instance would be Rocket Spleef, and yes, you guessed it, the infamous Parkour Warrior. My gut instinct tells me that it could be for Rocket Spleef because behind the trees on the side there's actually nothing but void, and all Rocket Spleef maps are essentially sky islands with only the void around them. But at the same time, if it were destined to be a part of Rocket Spleef, then why would there be slime blocks. And as for Parkour Warrior, the Beehive could definitely be a new level for a new course. But ultimately people, we just have to wait and see what this sneak peek could turn into. Let me know what you think about this little snapshot down below in the comments. Well, I've been your host, I hope you found this video informative and enjoyable, and I'll catch you all in the next MCC video. See ya!